Very good morning. Welcome back to our class. So thank you for a request for the notes. I'm preparing it. Okay. So this is not only I helped you, you also help me, you know that. Because when you ask for some help, I know that somebody is there which I can actually offer my help. Okay. So it's a way of the motivating, you know. You motivate me to do more. You motivate me to do better. Okay. That's the whole idea. So in other words, this is a way to work together, you know, work together. In more simple words, okay, interaction also helps, okay? So today, we are introducing about this property of matter. We will be doing matter, non-matter, their properties, and then alloy, and the matter, atom, molecules, and then where does they appear to? What are the early metals? And then the property of material. And then lastly, about making a property profile, how to test that. Okay. So let's come back. So as you know that, so all the metals, we are calling substances, substances, yeah, or metal is make up at the end, it just make up of one element or one kind of atom, okay? One kind of atom means that one element, okay? So each atom, the atom of each element are different from the atom of all the other ones. Okay, we need to know who they are and how they react together. Okay. So many substances they are made from the molecule. Okay. So beside atom, we also learn about molecule. Molecule is a group of atoms which made of one or two or more elements. Okay, for example. For example, this is an atom. So all the same one, each one atom, and then they are one element as well. Okay, on the other hand, I have one or more elements. Okay, for example, if I combine two together, this become a molecule. Or this one can be mixed with other types. Also a molecule. Or maybe look at Mickey Mouse. Okay, also an element. Okay. No, also a molecule. Okay. So you can make 1, 2, 3, or even more element. Okay. So among the elements, there are 93 which is occur naturally that you can find, okay, on the earth. Another 24 elements have been made by scientists in the laboratory. This one is called man-made one, artificial one. Okay, how they do? Okay, using an accelerator. Okay, and then crash together to form a new element. So this element, once they form, okay, it is only for the scientists to observe, and then immediately this atom will change to other already, just for a moment only. Okay. So then we learn about two main groups, scientists try to make differentiate between the element, you know. So the two larger groups, which is you can find in the periodic table with the zigzag line. You must learn the zigzag line first, okay? So the periodic table, this one is non-metal, whereas on the left side is all the metal. Okay. So we are familiar with the metal. You see the metal always it looks shiny and have the sound, soreness. Okay. They have a shiny surface. However, elements of the non-metal do not shine. They have dull surface. For example, carbon, which is charcoal. In the barbecue, you use to barbecue the charcoal. And the sulfur, the yellow, this is sulfur. The yellow substances that used to make wide range of substances from car tire to medicine. However, an element must have other properties so to be put together in the metal group and non-metal groups. So we need to learn this one. Okay, 9.1. We need to learn simple idea here. Later we have also a list to learn about their property. Surface. Metal are always shiny. Can you see this is metal? Shiny. And non-metal is dull. This is non-metal. Surface of the thermal temperature usually solid. However, non-metal you have more of choice, solid, liquid, and gas. There is only one metal which is liquid, which is the mercury. As you can see from the YouTube and TikTok, the shorts video. Strength can be shaped by pressing and stretching without breaking easily. So non-metal is usually the solid that is usually soft and bristle. The melting point of metal is high, volumeter is low. That means that you can easily melt the non-metal, but you need a very, very high temperature to melt the metal. To boil the metal is even higher. Okay, now. So density usually high. Metal always feel like very, very heavy, you know. The weight is more, but actually it's a density is and usually low. Density is a main topic for the physics, you know. Okay, conduction of the heat, this is good, and conduction of electric, the metal is good. So metal is a good conductor of the heat and electricity, whereas the non-metal are very poor. For example, you have used the plastic to cover the wire. You may use the plastic also to cover the pot handle so that the heat cannot be transferred and the electric cannot transfer to the conduct to the wire. Okay, non-metal is very hard to name because they are most of it 78 are made out of nitrogen. They are made out of gas. You see, however, many people would find it difficult to identify non-metal element even though we are surrounded by them. Example, 78 of the air mixture, which is nitrogen, and 20 of that is oxygen. Chlorine in the swimming pool. Chlorine is a non-metal. It's used to worldwide purify water to kill by killing harmful organisms, and it makes it for drinking. Another non-metal is phosphorus. Red phosphorus is used on the tip of the matches. It helps to produce flame when the match is struck. As the phosphorus is rubbed against the matchbox, its temperature rises and the heat causes the non-metal to burst into flame. Nearly all metal And that metal have the property shown in this one. For example, one metal or all metal, one property of all metal must have they conduct electrics. You can test whether a material conduct electric through the electric circuit in the page 143. It is simple conduct of electric current. Okay, however, can you see? Usually, when we learn about things, might have two concepts. Number one, we are trying to find out the general rules. Second, of all the general rules, sometimes there is an exception. General means that we use the word usually. Okay, but now exception is coming. Can you see? However, there are some exceptions of these rules described in the table. For example, some metal do not have a shiny surface, they are dull. Magnesium is an example for the metal that have a dull surface. When it is heated, it match fire and burn into a brilliant white flame. Two exceptions from non-metal are graphite and iodine. Okay, graphite is a form of carbon, and which is used to make pencil. It is non-metal, but it conduct electric. You see, it conduct electric. Iodine is used in other substances in some portable purifier, water purifier kits. These kits are used by people who take adventure holidays and camping in place where the water may not be pure. And it has shiny, yes, even though it's non-metal, it has shiny surface and looks metallic. Can you see? But it is non-metal. Okay. So we may skip this one and go to the last part. Yeah, making a property profile. Okay, this is a circuit that you can test. Okay, you can make a chart, and then there's an electricity conductor you can use for this one. Okay, so you may prepare many material, for example, a pencil, the wood, the paper, the pin, the metal pin or clips, or wire, wooden stick, bamboo stick, plastic case, dry spaghetti, something like that. Okay, so you must have the battery set there, power pack or battery, and then you must have a switch. Okay, and then you have the light bulb. Okay, and then you have two crocodile clip. Okay, so all this will conduct electric if this material is conductor. So firstly, you may clip the bamboo stick from one end to the other end. Then you may clip the key from one end and with another end. And then you may use the keychain as well. And then you may use some plastic, rubber. You can use some sponge. You can use on your Lego, your favorite Lego. Lego. You can use some grass. Okay. So you can test if the light, if this is closed, and closed means you press down and they're touching together to make the lamp on, the light on. So if this is conductor, then this one will turn on. Okay, now. Okay, metal alloy. Metal alloy is usually metal. You can find one element at a time for one piece of the metal. But sometimes to make it stronger. So if you have the whole one, is like the metal is like this is the metal. So if they are pure ones, so sometimes they can slide past each other. They are malleable, you can change their shape. Okay, so scientists try to improve this by adding some other things. Okay, so not all the metal we use are single elements. Some of them are mixture of the metal called alloy. So we call it alloy. Bronze is the mixture of copper and tin. So it means the copper and tin to make bronze. It makes a ringing sound when struck and used to make bell and cymbals. Okay, so this is the bell. Dong, dong. Glass is an alloy copper with zinc is strong and corrosion resistant. It is used to make pins in the electrical plug. Its shiny surface makes brass a suitable metal for making ornaments. Steel are very wide use alloy based on the metal iron. Carbon steel are made by mixing the metal iron with a small amount of non-metal carbon. Okay. This is strong, you know. They are used to make many items from spring to wire the car body. Stainless steel is an alloy of steel and chromium. It does not rust as easily as other metal steel and is used to make knife, fork, spoon, and kitchen sinks. So, what is a molecule? What is an atom? Okay, every day. Okay, so there are some examples. Number one, you may see this word cellulose. Cellulose. Cellulose is a fiber in the vegetables, in the woods, that is a very, very long chain. For example, this is just one part, you know, it's not all, no, it's very long one, okay? The gray ball is represent the carbon, the white ball represent the hydrogen, and the red ball, gray is the carbon, then the red will be oxygen. So this is such a long chain. Cloth and plastic also made of a long chain of molecule like wood. Clay and grass are made of silicon and oxygen joined together in a tetrahedron. Tetrahedron means four head one, okay? This linked together to form a sheet in clay and a network in the grass. The arrangement of the atom in material affect their property, okay? But for now, we do not need to know, okay? So we need to investigate to this. Come have a look. So one of the very long chain molecule is the leaf. Second one, okay, you see, okay. What material would you select to be able to survive? Okay, this is the roots is also cellulose. And then the fruit has the protein also cellulose. The fat also, not cellulose, sorry, not cellulose, sorry. Also long chain. Okay. Fat also long chain. Okay, come. So now lastly, we need to learn some property words. This is vocabulary for your science. Surface appearance. Some are shiny. You need to use this to answer. Some are dull, rough, and smooth. Rigid. The rigidness means that can it change shape? The rigid material cannot be bent or squashed. Rock has been used as building material from early time because of its rigid. Flexible. A flexible material can be bent or squashed but when pushing or pulling force is removed, the spring back to its original shape. Flexible piece of wood have been used for thousands of years for hunting, bows, and still used today in some part of the world. Hard or soft, sometimes we discuss about this idea. Most materials have a hard surface, which can be due to them being rigid. Materials such as sponge feel soft, but this is because of their flexibility. Okay. Malleable is like they can shape, can change by hammer. Just hammer it, then you can change the shape, or by pressing without the material being capping. Okay, they can slide past each other, the atom. It stay in the shape after the shape process has ended. So for example, you can make a nail. Okay, and then the nail you also can hammer it into different shapes. But once you stop, then it will stay at a new shape already. not only the nail but the wire, such as necklace, bangles, and earrings. Okay, bristle. Bristle means that you can break easily. Plug. Those are the biscuits, cookies. Okay, the bristles material breaks suddenly if it is bent and heat. You can snap a biscuit or chocolate bar because it is bristle. And then another word we need to learn is called a solvent. And also solvent material has a hose in its surface through which the water can pass, and also has space inside where the water can collect, just as fun. Huh? A solvent cloth and paper are used to wipe out spill in the kitchen. Yes, the oil, can you see? And number three, some kind of rocks such as sandstone and limestone are solvent as well. They are gaps called pores between the rocky grains, and the water can pass through them and fill them up to make an underground store of water called aquifer. Okay. Below are some example. Okay, if you like to learn this one, there's a lot of articles explaining this in the internet. Okay. Next, something which is waterproof. I think waterproof is like if you want to wear a raincoat or umbrella, surely the material need to be waterproof because the water cannot pass through the surface and get into your body, right? Okay, we have two types. One is called water resistant and the other is called water repellent. Water resistant material is made of fiber. There are holes between the fiber through which the water could pass. However, the fiber are coated with silicone, which make the water gather up in large droplets so that they could not pass through the material. Okay. Water resistant material are used to make umbrella, outdoor jacket, and trousers. A water repellent material does not have any holes in it through the water which can pass. Water repellent material is used to make the Wellington boots. Okay. Transparent which the light can pass through without the light being scattered or reflected. Okay. This means that you can see object clearly through the transparent material. You are looking through the transparent material, and these words, the air is transparent material, so it is water, although we think that transparent material might be solid such as glass and plastic. So now the book gives you an idea of air and also the water. Translucent also let the light pass, but some are scattered, some are reflected. Okay, this means that you cannot see object clearly. Translucent glass is used in the bathroom and window. Opaque. Opaque material do not let light pass. Okay, this is the word you will be always use in your exam. Okay, especially the curtain fabric. The curtain prevent light entering the bedroom. Okay, opaque material also used in making sunshades, rooftop. Okay, and then the last four is a conductor. Okay, I think if the usually they will ask this question. If you are frying something, you are cooking, you are a chef. This is the frying pan, and they put an egg here. So this is some heat. Okay. So which of the foreign metal makes for example aluminium suitable for cooking? Then they will be like can conduct, electric, conduct heat, malleable, and also shiny. So they want you to choose. All these are the property for the metal, but now they want you to talk about the property that can be used for cooking. So since this is a heat, this is not an electric cooker. So I think to conduct electric or not, it doesn't matter. but conduct heat is important. So simple, same thing happened to the marble. So to make a pot, I think marble is important because they can change the shape so that it become to hold the egg there. Shining? No, I don't think shining to make a cookie pot. Because some clay pot, you also can cook something, but they look down, you know. So shining is not. So the clay pot also can conduct heat and also marble. I mean, you can change shape to the pot. So I think their property will be related to each other. Okay. So for that particular question, you need to find the relation between the question to your answer. And then another one will be heat insulator. Okay, which the heat it does not pass out easily. Okay. The electric conductor, just like I showed you already, allow electric current to pass through. The electric insulator is not, which is the handle of the a handle or something, or the cover of the wire. Okay. So this is today's class. I think this is very brief class. Okay. I hope you enjoy this one. Allow me to sketch you through again. So today we learn about metal and dimetal. So you need to have some read through, and then their property. And then we show you one concept, which is a very important concept: general rules and then exception. Okay, this is the idea of us to study general rule and the exception. So I think you have know that the question will come out in general rule and also the exception. So they want you to answer the exception as well. So now then later we have some other special type of things, which is molecule. Then the first one is a metal alloy. Okay, metal alloy is not molecule, it's a mixture. Sorry. Then after that we have the atom, molecule, and everyday materials. Okay. Lastly, we need to learn some properties. So I give you a brief guidance on that. You can see through the picture, you can find their property. Okay, and you can learn from your teacher as well. So I hope that this is helpful. Okay. And our Singapore math class is starting this May and this April. So if you like to join us, let us know. Okay. So lastly is experimenting. Okay. So you need to put here with material to see whether when this strip is closed, okay, whether the current has passed through the circuit, or we call it a circuit, okay, and the light will be on or not. Okay, this is the whole idea of this experiment. Okay, thank you for being with us today. This is a nice sharing. I thank for the person who asked me the question. Thank you very much. Okay, see you later on the math. Bye.